Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and welcome to another video. It's a really nice night out here. I am I'm going to do a follow-up video to a video I did like 2 years ago called Why I Chose Ajman over Sharjah and Dubai, updated version. And what inspired the follow-up was a comment from someone on the first video, a recent comment, where they said, with an accent like that, you chose Ajman. Ha 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 ha. Right? Laughing emojis. So, it's just an inspiration. It just inspired the video. I don't care about crazy people in their comments. But it's interesting what the person wrote. And the reason why it's interesting is because that's exactly why I chose Ajman, according to that statement that guy made. Why, now that I'm not working at that particular real estate office anymore in Dubai, I'm going to talk. So, like I said, this is an updated version of why I chose Ajman. Number one, Hijrah. I came here to the UAE for Allah, to be reminded of Islam, to be in a country that speaks the Arabic language. Of course, you could make Hijrah to Muslim countries that Arabic language is not the official language of the country. But me, myself, since I am an Arabic speaker and I want to continue in my Arabic in order to understand the religion and connect with it more, because the Arabi Miftah al-Din, the Lugha al-Arabiya Miftah al-Din it's the key to the religion. Like Shaykh al-Islam ibn Taymiyyah said, rahimahullah. So I enjoy the Arabic language. I love it. I love the Arab. I have to be honest, I do. Um, I enjoy being around them. They were the first people that showed me true brotherhood when I went to Yemen, and continued even when I went to Sharjah, and when I'm here in the UAE, the nicest people, mashallah. You know, Emiratis, I would say. And of course, you have Tayyibin from the other Arab that you interact with. You have to find good people no matter where you go. I'm not, just saying, oh yes, these particular people are bad and these particular people are good. But I'm just saying, the Arab have a special place in my heart. That's just reality. So, you got individuals who are very ignorant of the fact that people care about religion, that there's a such thing as striving in Islam. Or you got people who are not even on the spectrum. They don't even know about religion, period. They come to a country where it's a Muslim country, but they're clueless about religion. Even if they're Muslim, they're just clueless. Allahu musta'an. They don't know any more about Islam than the book of Islam being the Quran and the name Muslim. And that's about it. Everything else is whatever else they were raised upon. So you have ignorant people, and I'll start with my real estate office. When I went, subhanAllah, to go work or to get hired there, the brother who interviewed me, he's mixed. He's Pakistani and Emirati, right? He was cool. He's the first person I met. When I came back the next day, he introduced me to his partner who owned the office, his Pakistani brother. Foolish. 100% foolish. Making statements to me such as Dubai is for a modern people. Dubai is a modern city. It's for modern people. If you go out to viewings, you're going to scare the clients. So we'll be your face, because I'm a woman who's completely covered. As I mentioned in many videos, I'm not on camera for a reason. I don't, um, I don't think that's manasib. It's not appropriate for me to be on camera like that, speaking to, thousands of people across the world. That's not proper. It's, you know, it's already enough that I have my voice here, but I think that the things I say is um is important for people to understand what's going on here and those who want to make the move. I figured that I would be of some type of benefit, you know, by giving some insight and things like that. Before this, I've never appeared or spoken or anything like that in front of uh, basically like the opposite sex. So, anyways, this individual, he stuck for the law. His statements didn't stop. And at first, I was like, okay, I didn't really know how to take it. And then I started to get annoyed because he kept saying things day after day. So I complained to the brother who interviewed me and hired me. I said, listen, does he not know that that's harassment? That's discrimination? And he's Muslim. I'm confused. I don't understand why he's saying that kind of stuff to me. And I'm getting really annoyed. And I can report him. So, you know, can you talk to your partner? Like, tell him something? Because I'm not even going to say it was cute at first. No, it wasn't cute. I was just excusing him. But I'm like, bruh, um, you are very disrespectful. And you are, I don't know what, I said, I wore this in America and people didn't say those kind of things. Well, you know, not to that degree. You do get discriminatory statements thrown at you. Like, I remember a judge said to me, "Oh, please, make sure you speak it to the mic because I can't understand you with that thing on your face." Okay. Or when you walk into the bank, you have some people who are rude who might say the same thing. "Oh, I can't understand what you're saying with that thing on your face." Okay. All right. So, but I mean, you have to expect it. You're with non-Muslims. It makes sense that they say that kind of stuff. And I understand that many of the Muslims are ignorant and foolish. But that's one of the reasons why I don't like Dubai. Because you have people there who want to ignore the fact that they are in a Muslim country. They want to ignore the traditions of Islam in the traditional way. They see people like me, but they don't get a chance to interact with people like me to say what was really on their mind. I guess they see them as backwards or in the past, living in the past. So when they hear me having a clear Western accent, and these are people who speak English as a second language and they can't even understand me fully, I have to speak slowly or compromise my junction or my diction when I speak so that they can understand me. They're in my face telling me that I'm living in the past and I don't belong. The nerve, the absolute nerve. And when it comes down to it, and I spoke to one of my colleagues about it, for you to try to be so Western, you're definitely closed-minded compared to somebody like myself. I'm coming from the belly of the beast, where the influence comes from. I'm extremely open-minded compared to you. You think open-mindedness means to take off your clothes, walk around, and look modern, and basically disobey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But your mind is closed. The things I speak about and the conclusions I come to and things that I actually face and I bring up as far as topics, not on this channel, but in private, I talk about some things. Off camera, I talk about anything, any subject, in light of the religion. it'll make some of them blush, or they will back off and wouldn't want to talk about it. Why? Because it's culturally taboo, right? It's taboo. Oh no, we don't talk about that, or they don't have remedy, or they don't know how to deal with it, and all of those things. So, who's really modern here? And that's not even something to be proud of. I'm speaking about it in light of Islam. We talk Islam, we don't shy away from anything. We speak about it in its proper light with all respect and modesty. But we address all affairs, everything, right? But you want to talk about somebody's, you want to compare what what modernization is based off of the way someone looks. And you would actually be the definition of someone who's backwards. The way you do business is backwards, right? Not your religion, not the way the kuffar use it, that you're backwards because you follow religion. No, you're actually backwards because of how you do business and how you think. That's why you're backwards. Not because you ascribe to Islam. You understand what I mean? So those are the things I have to deal with. I have to deal with individuals saying things to me like, oh, well, how are you going to work and you're all covered up like that? What do you mean, how am I going to work? What do you mean? You go in government buildings and you see women dressed like me. I'm confused. What do you mean exactly? Right? So that's the kind of stupidity I have to put up with. Why are you here? Oh, why don't we go in, oh, why don't we go to America together? Like me and Ziad were up in Silicon Oasis. We went into an office with a Syrian brother. I sent Ziad in. I told him, asked the brother, does he have any properties that he wants to share commission on, and I'll make videos of the properties and bring clients. This guy, older Syrian brother, he thought because of how Ziad was dressed, and of course he's American, he thought he was coming in there, I guess to spend some money or do business in that way. So once he saw me, he was like, wait a minute, why are y'all here? What are you doing here? Look how he's dressed. He should be in Congress. He should be, look at him. He should be in America in the White House. I was like, what? Okay. All right. We got another fool. Allahu musta'an. We have another foolish person. He's like, what do you mean? Why would you be in here in Dubai, Silicon Oasis, trying to do business? He said, I was like, well, we came here for Islam. Islam? Islam what? Islam's in America. I have family there. There's masajid there. I was like, okay, yeah, excuse me, sir. Are you trying to split commission or like, do you want to? I'm not getting into this with you. You've got to be kidding me. I'm sorry. We're not having this conversation. But he was intimidated by the fact that we said we came here for Islam, but I only came in here to talk to you about business. You took it in another direction, sir. Because you hear our accents and you're projecting your nonsense on us. You hold America in high esteem. You love that place. And I don't feel like getting into a battle with people who are insecure and look at me as some type of, what do you call it? Their intimidation because of how I sound and then how I'm dressed. It doesn't mix. In their mind, how I sound is progressive, but how I look is regressive. So I don't feel like being around people like that. Versus, and I mean, and that it's nonstop. Even when I come across the non-Muslims, they're like, okay, what the heck am I looking at right now? You sound like, okay, you're clearly American, but are you dressed like that because you're trying to pay homage to the country? Or are you married to a local? Or they just get confused. Like, okay, you sound like that, But why do you look like the way that you do? It's like it's a contradiction. And that's partly, of course, because the Americans, the sisters that are here, most of them who are working are in the education sector. So they're tucked away at schools and then at home with their families. They're not in this mainstream work world here. They're not there. So no one gets a chance to see them. So I have to, you know, take all the arrows because I'm like a unicorn. I'm a stranger. I'm weird. What are you doing here? Dressed like that and sounding and you're American. What's wrong with you? That's why I don't want to live in Dubai. That's why. It's enough going there, dealing with that bull crap, and then I can detox in Ajman. Why? Because no doubt there are religious areas in Dubai. You know, if I wanted to live there, as I mentioned in another video, I could go live in conservative areas and hear the Arabic language in Dubai. I know that now after being here for a couple of years, especially after I made that first video and working and learning the place. I got it. That's why I said this is an update. But I still hold my same position on why I chose Ajman. And this is, of course, before I even knew all of that stuff. Just from observation of how it looked and what people hold it as and why people go there. I wasn't wrong. My assumption wasn't wrong. So that gets tiring. You got to constantly explain yourself. At least if I'm looked at as a liar here in Ajman, when I say I'm American, at least at the end of the day, they're looking at me like, oh, well, you Muslim. At the end of the day, it don't matter. You understand what I'm saying? After they get past that, oh, well, where you from, Uslan? And why you here? And you tell them, I'm here for Islam. They like, I got it. MashaAllah. MashaAllah. And then another thing, too. I get to casually hear Muslims have religious conversations, moral conversations. Yesterday, I was in a park, and I heard a young man and his brother walking past me. And they were talking about girls. What did the older brother say to the younger brother? He was telling them, stay away from talking to girls on the phone. He said, and of course they're speaking in Arabic, because this from the Bab of Shaitan. You don't want to open the Bab of Shaitan by talking to females on the phone. And he was like, the brother was like, Tabi Saraha, Ma'akak. You know what I mean? Seriously, you want to be, you want to be straight up. I'm with you on that one. You got the truth with you. And I was like, Allahu Akbar, look at that. Look at that. I'm just sitting in the park. And these are the conversations that's going on. People are raising their kids. These are Emiratis, young Emiratis. You know what I mean? And of course you can get that in Dubai, but you have to be in the conservative area in order to hear it. Other than that, you gotta run across fools day in and day out. Day in and day out, I have to run across foolish people trying to throw dry insults. And alhamdulillah for trying to have good manners and etiquette. If I was to throw them back, they wouldn't be able to take it. Because I can hit you where it hurts. Because I know what your insecurities are. But I'm not going to do that. Because that wouldn't be correct. You know what I mean? And part of knowing your strength is having restraint. Exercising your strength is exercising restraint. When you know you can do some damage and harm people, but you choose not to, for Allah's sake. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, these people are miskeen. They're Muslim, they're miskeen, they're ignorant. So why defeat a person when you know you know their hal, you know their condition. So I just let them be, and I try to be as respectful and patient and diplomatic and explain and just go on about my day. But yeah, that's why. Why on earth would I want to live in a place like that amongst communities where that's what I have to face all the time, every day? It gets tiring. It does. It gets tiring. So yes, Ajman for the win. Sharjah, uh, Ajman has grown on me, so I can't even say Sharjah now. You know, it's good enough to visit. Go through there, go visit people who I know, go for some recreation. Same for Dubai, and I come back to Ajman. I get to decompress. I get to chill, relax. I feel at home when I come to Ajman. And I'm at the point in my life where I don't need a whole lot of socialization. Alhamdulillah, I have my children. They live nearby. You know, they come visit me when they want to. We meet up when we need to. And there's some sisters who I visit when I have the chance. And that's fine for me. I've socialized enough in my life where I'm not pressed for any type of community or anything like that. I like my quiet. I like my serenity. I've been through a lot, and I'm chilling. And I have zero tolerance. I guess it's because of my age. Zero tolerance for nonsense. I don't care who it is. Zero. My patients are gone when it comes to nonsense. I have no tolerance for nobody. Family members, friends, neighbors, colleagues, zero tolerance. So, yep, that's the updated version. For those who are not religious and you would want to know why someone would move to Ajman. For those of us who are on a Hijrah journey, which is migration from the lands of unbelief to the lands of belief, individuals who want to practice their religion want to and need to be with people who believe like them. You need to feel support. We don't like to feel like a fish out of water, like we're on a battlefield every day, fighting to be seen or fighting to be respected. You know what I mean? I mean mentally fighting. You got to take a mental beat down every day. Always looked upon as the extreme person, the person that's out of line when you live in the West. Oh, you're backwards. Get with the times. That takes a toll on you. So yeah, just as the West is now touting the slogan, Muslims need to go to an Islamic country. If you want Islam, go to an Islamic country. Yes, I agree. Absolutely. I'm with you on that one. 100%. And those Muslims who are there who disagree, you shouldn't. You shouldn't. They have every right to say that to you because their their system, their values, what they're upon does not coincide with Islam. So they are 100% correct. And you need to get with the program and understand that you don't fit. They're not wrong for what they're saying. They're correct. They're correct. And they're going to become more and more bold with it over the years. America, Europe is more vocal. They'll tell you straight out, we don't want you, right? The politicians, we don't want you. Islam has no place here. America, they're more passive aggressive. They're passive aggressive. So they want to be politically correct. They won't say it, you know, in the political arena, in the press conferences. They won't say it. However, they indicate, they infer, you know what I mean? They constantly ridicule and vilify Muslims through, you know, highlighting terrorism and terroristic acts or whatever, so that they incite the people. They know exactly what they're doing. America is very passive aggressive, so that you won't get that from them. So you'll get a mixed, what's it called, cognitive dissonance. You'll think one thing because they're apparently being kind to you and tolerant of you, but then you'll receive actions that confuse you. Like, wait a minute, well, that's just some people. You'll come to the conclusion that's just some people. You can't judge a whole country off the actions of a few. No, but when you look into the beliefs of those majority, they all hold the same belief. It's just some are more bold than others in showing their hatred towards you. But yeah, that's my little rant for tonight. Please leave your comments down below if you have something to say. Thank you for tuning in as always. And I will see you all in another video, inshallah. Don't forget that Hijrah, mandate sacrifice. Ma'as salama.